Kart
Brothers is streamed before a live streaming audience.
What's happening, hot stuff?
Help me, Oprah Winfrey!
And God himself spoke to you and said this.
The hell is a podcast?
What's in this cave down here?
NFS tells people not to go too far in there. It's pretty dangerous.
It seeks to annihilate everything that we hold dear.
So, what would you little maniacs like to do first?
Welcome to the Kart Brothers. I'm Brent Copeland, and I'm here with my co-host up in the right. We'll start from right to left. Shannon's first. All right, the other right.
Hi.
Your right or my right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Or your right.
I guess I should have just gone with whoever went first. So Slurms or Steve can go first.
Yay! Hi.
What do I do?
What do I do?
And then I'm Brent Copeland, and the next to me is someone else.
Yes,
I was supposed to pass it along.
Yeah, you're supposed to say, hi, I'm Steve, and then he says that.
Hi, I'm Steve.
It's like, this is our first show, people. We haven't been podcasting since 2013.
How do these mics work?
It's going off swimmingly.
Hey, Jason.
Hey, how's it going?
Say hi to the folks.
Hi to the folks.
There you go.
So, Zelibeli.
That is kind of me. Hi, I'm Shannon.
We'll have to fix that at some point.
No, it's fine.
It's on the back burner.
It's good, because Zelibeli's my Twitter handle, so people can always find me.
There you go. And we're using this cool layout that you made for us for our Star Wars episode.
Yeah. That wasn't... Wait, no, that was for the show, yeah. That's fair.
Yeah. I especially like the Han Solo on the one side.
Yes.
Slurms.
Yeah.
Han Solo with a tiny head.
Love Han Solo.
Or just a massive head of hair on top of that.
All of our heads are too small for the bodies we got going on.
Yeah.
But
That's okay.
Han Solo at the end of Beetlejuice.
Yeah. Well, we don't want to use him to, promote the show.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
So, what do we got going today? We're going to talk about some
that was an inside
Comic-Con or
some burns.
But we got a lot to talk about, or maybe we don't. Y'all just saw some trailer that I didn't watch. What was it?
It was an
Wasn't really a
animated short.
trailer.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just put it up on our Reddit. If you don't know, we have a Reddit. You go to that r/Go-Kart Brothers, and it's a throwback to that time Archer met Kingsman. I don't think it's very... Is it new? That's not new, is it?
I think so.
New to me.
Yeah, I think it's new because I think on the YouTube page it's promoting the release of the new movie.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, it was awesome. So
Yeah, it was really cool.
you should check that out if you haven't seen it yet.
And you can find it on our Reddit, like you said.
Yeah, it's on our Reddit. I'll post it in our Discord, and I don't know where else. I can tweet it, if you want. I'll throw it everywhere. Go-Kart Brothers, you'll find it.
She'll put it on the internet.
I'll put it. It's on the internet. I will link it. So that
She
it's
will
easy,
smear it
easier
across
to
the
find.
internet in multiple
If you
places.
search like YouTube Archer Kingsman, I'm sure you'll find it faster than looking for Go-Kart Brothers.
Yeah, but people don't like searching. Like, people just don't. Like, I'll have these questions at work, like, and we're talking developers that'll like say, "Hey, how do you do this?" And they'll ask me a question, and I'll go to Google and type in the question.
Yeah.
And like first result, I will give them that information, and they'll go, "Oh, thanks."
Yeah, that's
You're a wizard.
That's like 90% of how I run, like Discord questions or gaming questions. Let me Google that for you.
I stopped sending them the link that had the Google this for me, and did it because
that's a jerk move.
I remember the first time someone did that to me. I was so pissed.
It's actually better not to tell them you did that and let them think you're like some sort of wizard.
Smart.
Yeah, take the
Or
credit.
I think you're trying to condition someone to do something for themselves, though.
Yeah,
It's true.
I guess.
Yeah, that's how I learned about Snopes the first time.
Oh yeah, because you were saying stupid stuff that wasn't true, maybe.
Basically, yeah.
And they called you on it.
Just spouting off.
Well, my wife sent me this text. Actually, I don't think it was even a text back then. Maybe it was. But anyway, that her mother met someone in the grocery store that told her don't buy Coca-Cola and gave her some story about and I was like flipping out because I was like, what? They told your mother this? Like, and so I told someone, and like it started spreading around the office, small office at the time, and then someone was like, hey Brent, look at this, and I was like, what's this Snopes thing? And it was like the whole story about like thing. I was like, son of a bitch, why did your mom tell me that or tell you that?
I had someone do that to me. It was over wood chips, and they were saying like, don't buy wood chips from Home Depot because they had some sort of mites or something in the wood chips, and it would destroy your all of your plants and stuff in your flower beds for that spring. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'll tell my mom, and I emailed my friend Amy too and stuff like that. And my friend Amy's boyfriend emailed me back and he snoped it. I'm like, oh, thanks. I'm trying to be helpful. You know, screw your flower beds.
Right? It's like completely desensitizing us to everything because now someone goes, don't do that. Don't get Chick-fil-A chicken because of this, and you're like, I don't believe you. Just because it takes too long to look at Snopes. Like, so you just don't believe anything anyone tells you, and you're ahead of the game.
Well, Snopes is a little hard to navigate too. Like
it is. Snopes needs a better layout.
Yeah, it seems like I can't find what I think should be on there, and it's always on the front page somewhere is like an old article about Facebook coupons and how they're not real. Like that's the constant.
Well, I think you're making the mistake of searching on Snopes. Like you just search for what you're looking for on Google and add Snopes to it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Probably better.
Let me Snopes that for you.
I need to I need to search like whether this chain email I sent 4 years ago is ever going to pay off. So
I'm still banking on that.
Yeah.
We should start a. Oh, go on.
No, I did have a good idea though. Jason said something about using the let me Google that for you thing as conditioning for people to do things for themselves. Like, but next time you use that, like the let me Google that for you website to send someone like the question that they just asked, send them a follow-up of like how to brush your teeth.
Some real shot.
Something really low blow.
Yeah.
How to wear deodorant.
Because you never know what they'll send back though. So don't get someone snarky. Do it to someone stupid who won't think of sending you back something brutal.
If I'm using that site anyways.
Right.
Oh, no, I'm just kidding.
Maybe you should search for this. Why are you talking about my foot fungus? Okay,
hey,
so
I've got good news.
Did it?
I ordered Splatoon 2.
Yeah.
And I had posted on our Discord that I was very upset that I didn't pay the extra $4 for the day one shipment.
Yeah.
So I'm not getting it tomorrow. But even though I ordered it yesterday on Wednesday of the week, I was kind of surprised that they weren't going to ship it until tomorrow, being Friday. And I wasn't scheduled to get it until Tuesday of next week. So I was kind of for 2-day shipping, that's more than 2 days. No, I guess not. But anyways, I was a little
2 business
bummed.
days.
But they updated they shipped it today and updated it that I'm going to have it Saturday.
Oh, sweet.
Cool.
I'm going to ink some motherfuckers this weekend.
I placed
You're
an order
starting to tattoo?
for some Splatoon 2.
You did. Jason said you went possibly the wiser route.
I did the digital purchase so that he can just plug in the code and play.
I can just go, baby.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
Well, with the Switch having a pain in the ass limited storage space, it's the first system that I've been buying physical games for. But I kind of thought, well, Splatoon is one of those few games that I just always want on the system.
I thought of that too after I had ordered it, but part of the reason why I ordered it physically because I don't typically buy new games anymore. I just I've got enough stuff to play that I don't. But it was one that I really wanted day one. But with Amazon Prime, you get the
discount,
the 20% discount for the physical version. So that was a big part of it. But yeah, I totally agree with going the digital route on that game specifically because I can't foresee getting rid of it.
No, and I'm getting so lazy that there's been multiple times where I want to play that game. Oh, but it's over there.
I'll play this game instead.
Yeah, it's really bad. I'm not proud of it. But it's a real thing.
Yeah.
Can't you just move the system over to where you are? And the game's
man.
like right
That's
behind you.
So,
But then it's like a lot of things you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, that's
right.
true.
I'm curious, what is different from Splatoon to Splatoon 2? Like, what is...
Well,
Callie and Marie are dead.
New colors.
there's no Miiverse. I think really the main difference is this is on a system that people own.
The Switch, yeah. Burn!
So there's going to be a lot more. I think that... Fuck yeah! I think the community is going to be a lot bigger then, and I think there's new maps and stuff. But it sounds like it's pretty much the same game, which I'm totally fine with.
Did you play any of the Splatfests?
I didn't.
Okay, I did this. I did not do any of the previous, but I did this last one, which was, of course, the last one before release. And it is like Splatoon, but more of it. And the graphics are sharper, runs a little bit smoother. There's new ladies to introduce you to the maps of the day. Pearl and I'm totally blanking on the other
ass in
name.
there.
But they're weird. But they're totally badass. Like, what is the other chick's name? I cannot remember. But they everything just looks better about it. It feels really good. But it's more Splatoon, which is totally great.
So,
there was some new maps that I played during the Splatfest. It was fun. Didn't even during like this kind of like beta thing, had no problems picking up any games. So, which surprised me because I still think that like the Switch seems to be like a good selling system, but it still seems like they're having issues to some degree of people keeping it in stock, I think, right?
Yeah, they totally are. I still see stuff pop up on my Twitter feed like, hey, it's in stock at this site for now.
For the Switch?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what my son wanted for his birthday, and like, there's no getting it. Like, we just told him, yeah, not happening. Sorry. That and it's expensive, and you're gonna have to buy that yourself. So start saving up.
Use your birthday money.
Well, yeah, and that's what he has acquired enough now that he's given me the cash, and he's like, when it comes online, buy it for me. So I'm like waiting. So if you see it, I'm like following all these sites that do that stuff. So, you know.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
If the game is so similar to the first one, and it's just like new maps and some new weapons, why is it a whole new game instead of just like downloadable content? Because it's for a new system?
Yeah. It's on a system people actually have.
Okay, so
you can't just do DLC because a completely different system. And it sounds like the single player stuff is, which I like the single player stuff in the first Splatoon. It sounds like there's more. There's like a horde mode to it.
Yeah, I'm totally anxious.
Is there alliance mode?
What all that's about. What was that, Brent?
Is there an alliance mode? This one?
Yeah.
Forward and
Probably
alliance.
I don't know. There's voice chat in the crazy app on your phone thing.
That's weird.
I'm not. I don't care about the voice chat. Like everybody
Me neither.
flipped out about like how
In a good way or a bad way?
a bad way, like how much of a pain in the ass
Screw that.
The voice chat thing is for the Switch. Yeah, and I agree that Nintendo should fucking learn from
trigger.
the industry and do a good job with their chat systems. But at the same time, I have never chatted with anybody in Splatoon. It's perfectly fine with that.
You're old.
With any random people, and like if you and I were to say, "Hey, let's play and do this," I'd probably just put Discord on my phone and talk.
Sure.
Talk through the speaker or whatever.
There's very easy ways around this.
Yeah, it's not a big deal anymore.
You should Google how to do that.
It's called Discord. Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, that's a big.
Well, that's amazing stuff.
Yeah, it's mind blowing.
So, Game of Thrones, who's watching it?
I think everybody in the planet except Steve, apparently.
Except Steve.
Why? Do you not like Game of Thrones?
I don't have HBO, so I have to find alternative methods, and I have not had time. Because I am a sleepy boy at nighttime.
Were you caught up with last season?
I am actually completely caught up.
Okay.
We had to rewatch the last episode of last season because I was like, I
It's
don't
so long.
remember anything.
I'm
It's
probably,
been over a year.
Yeah.
I'm pretty vague on exactly what happened, but I think I remember enough to know. Do they do like does the first episode of this season do like a real quick recap? Hey,
They
These
do it
people-
previously on, and it's a couple minutes long.
People died.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Here's all the people who died.
And it picks up like
Snape, Dumbledore. Wait, that might be a different
Son
one.
of a bitch.
you know, that's it. It picks up like exactly where it.
Yeah. There's
left
no
off, pretty
gap in
much.
time at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's still that weird thing of last season. I think it was last season when they got to the point where they were really just going full ahead of where the books are. It's stuff's moving so fast now, and it still just feels weirdly like fan fiction. And it makes me really wonder. And I'm not saying it's not that it's bad. It's just I'm trying to enjoy it for what it is, and I'm thinking once the books ever finally come out, if they ever do, how different is it going to be? Because I gotta imagine it's going to be very, very different.
Well, and are you going to read it?
Yeah, totally.
You plan on reading it? Okay.
I started.
I'm going to
with the
listen
books,
to it, but
and I've reread a couple of the books, and so that's I totally want to experience it that way, no matter what. But stuff is just coming to a head so fast after it took so long for everything to set in place. And not that it's bad, I'm enjoying it, but it's just weird.
Well, I was looking up because supposedly the book 6 release date was announced.
No, I don't think that wasn't confirmed, was it?
Check Snopes.
That sounds like
tried to.
You got hoodwinked again, Copeland.
I've tried to, but my whatever site I went to just crapped out on me. Okay, there it is. And I think it's because I went to some sketchy site. Nothing has yet been officially announced. Okay, so
Rumors and scuttlebutt and
so it's been like what 10 years now.
I think it's been like maybe 7.
Jesus.
No, it can't have been that long. What was that?
It's been a while. I mean, the last book took them like 6 years to write, didn't it?
There was because I started reading, I think when the third book or second book was out.
Here they are.
And it seemed like third came super quick, and then fourth was not that long, but yeah.
So first book
Dragons was 2011.
Yeah, and the one before it was 2005, so 6 years. And then before that, Storm of Swords was 2000, so 5 years. Clash of Kings 98, so 2 years, and then Game of Thrones 2 years.
Okay, yeah.
In between those. So
he's getting slower and slower.
Well, now he has to go to and he has to go to more premieres and other stuff and go look at this and look at that.
Check out the
He did say though, I want to say last year he was going to cut down on his appearances because he had to write, but it doesn't. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, at some point, he sold more than 60 million copies. At some point, you might just say, well, you know what? Fuck you all. I'm just going to go live. I'm sick of writing. Make up your own endings. I don't fucking give a damn. I've got a shit ton of money. Cheers. Watch the show.
That's what he's gonna do,
I don't think so. I don't know many people who say, like, I have enough money. Not many people do that.
He's gone the opposite.
No matter how much they have.
Yeah, saying that he doesn't, like, he might need more books than he planned to finish it up, so.
Yeah. I don't know. 10 million and I'm out, guys. I'm just letting y'all know that right now. 10 million and...
I see what's happening in the shows, like, fuck, how am I going to write this in?
Yeah.
Shit.
Just find a replacement for me. Speaking of books and whatnot, Harry Potter announced 2 more books. Have y'all heard this?
No.
I'm throwing amazing new shit out there that you're gonna have to Snopes it up, right? It wasn't in a doc, it wasn't on a Reddit, it wasn't on nothing. But this whole book thing made me think of it, and I never checked it out, so I don't know if it's true.
Snopes.
Is it? Are they going to be real books, or are they going to be like the play book that came out last year?
2 new Harry Potter books this October. History of Magic. So this may be something that's not.
Yeah, they've done that. They did like the Beetle and the Bard. They've done a couple like supplementary that fill out the world. That aren't really story stuff. And then there was the book about Harry's son, which wasn't really a book.
Classics too.
Yeah, it was based off the play, and it was more of like almost like not a screenplay, but like a equivalent of a play, just whole line, basically. Which was, I tried reading it and I never finished it, and it's just like I'd want it as a real book.
Yeah. So the first one is Harry Potter: A History of Magic. Will take people through the subject studied at Hogwarts. And the other one is Harry Potter Journey Through the History of Magic, that's packed with unseen sketches and manuscript pages from J.K. Rowling's magical illustrations from Jim Kay and Weird Wonderful blah 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 blah.
Very well said. Well, that's interesting.
I like when you said blah blah.
You like it?
I like it. Wrapped it up neatly.
There's got to be a point where she does proper Harry books again. Like that,
See,
I think that's going to happen. And then
no.
they make movies. Yeah.
She's like, I got enough money. Fuck y'all. See y'all later. I'm going to hang out with
she's writing books that are
Martin.
like under different names. She likes doing it.
What if it turns out that George R. Martin actually wrote Harry Potter under pseudonym?
No, it'd be the other way, because she's the one writing under different names.
Right, but that's why it's taking him so long. He's like, hey, I'll pay you to let me use your face, and I need to write the story that is burning in my heart to get out. And I don't kill many people in it. But Dumbledore. Okay, so that's not true. You can Snopes it or not, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's not true.
I don't think
there's not enough sex in Harry Potter for any of that to happen.
All right. Well, speaking of sex, we want to talk about some cock?
What kind of cock?
Some Clash of Clans cock.
Sure.
So you quit the clan?
Yep.
So now, like, our Army of Awesome, like, none of us are in it. Like, it's no longer
I have been running Army of Awesome since April of 2014, and it was when we had what we called the Alliance of Awesome, and it was multiple multi-gaming communities, and we all kind of were using that as like a hub. We had a nook. It was like a forum type of deal where we kind of all talked and organized, like, okay, you know, this group's gonna have the guild in this MMO, and this group's gonna have and like we could kind of coordinate, and if someone had an active WoW guild, like, then we all would just play there. So it was like this alliance of Awesome. So Clash of Clans came out and no one was really doing anything, so we made like, well, we'll just make that like that'll just be what we call that, and we'll all just kind of hang out there. But then everyone left. And I was kind of like, okay, and it was me and this one dude I know locally, and everyone else was inactive. And then I started really listening to a lot of Clash of Clans podcasts and realizing there's this really large community and warring and everything. So I got all hyped up on that, and I finally built the clan up to what I wanted. It was what I thought I wanted, and it was, you know, constant warring. I had constant chat every time I log into the app. I would have like 100, you know, things to read in the chat thing for the clan.
And it's hard to read on that little space. Anyway.
And like, it became not casual, and then people started wanting me to get rid of people that weren't good, and people wanted me to get rid of people who were inactive, and it
drama.
It made sense because like you can only have 50 players in it, and so we had 50 players. So I started like, well, we have like a waiting list in like people trying to get in to be active in the group because people's friends that were active wanted to play. And it's like exactly what I wanted. Everyone was participating and learning and teaching each other and stuff. But the problem was, instead of like helping some people up, it was just like started getting a little complainy about like, well, you know, don't put so-and-so in the wars at all because they're terrible. It's like, well, the idea was anyone who wanted to participate could, and we would all try to learn and help each other. But I don't know.
I get it. I got the nod. That was like, maybe you should go try this other clan.
And it just got to be where it was like I wasn't good enough to play in it. And so then Slurms is making all these faces and it's freaking me out. So it got to the point where I wasn't good enough to be in the clan, and everyone was really nice to me still because I was the leader, but it was obvious that I wasn't running things anymore. So, and I wasn't really enjoying it either because it's like I can't keep up with these guys. So, guys and gals, But so I didn't want to do it anymore. It wasn't fun. And so what I thought I wanted, I didn't want. So I left Army of Awesome and I left it in leadership and I explained to them what I was doing. And left it in the hands of a trusted person who's been in the clan for years, and bowed out. And I did leave a message for a couple people and just said, hey, just if you're wondering where I went, this is why. I put it on the Discord. What?
No. I was gonna say your message for them about how they're douchebags and
no,
you never want to play with them again. The big ass jerks.
I said that this is exactly what I wanted. And everyone, the group is progressing so fast, and I'm not. And I just don't want to end. Like, it doesn't make sense for me to stop their progress because I don't want to, just because it's not what I want. So everyone's communicating well and learning and progressing. It's just not. It's a little too involved for me.
No, I get it.
Yeah, so I took a step back, and I went to Kart Brothers clan that we had as a
You're not going to kick me out of this one too, are
waiting
you?
room. No.
Okay,
No,
good.
I'm not warring or anything. This is a non-warring clan. So there's no. The hard part is there's no perks. Like there's no, because we're level 1.
Right.
Because we don't war.
Well, let's war, but let's do war like where it doesn't fucking matter. Like if people don't do their shit, they don't do their shit.
It's no big deal. We don't care. We could do. That's fine with me. But I'm kind of enjoying right now, just chilling and like playing and attacking in the wild and donating to people who need it and stuff. Because we still have like 30 people in the group. But
what?
Yeah.
Damn straight.
In the Kart Brothers group. But
Bigger than our WoW guild.
It is. It's a lot bigger. I can build a Clash of Clans clan, man, and I can make it all hardcore, and I can make it casual, and people will join that stuff. But yeah, and it's totally nothing against people that were in that group. It's just I couldn't participate anymore, and I knew a few people from our group couldn't participate in it anymore, and so it's like instead of having this animosity, because it obviously progressed to a place where it's just not the play style that some people want. And so it was going to create conflict. So before it did, I just backed off, pulled the people out.
Yeah.
Went over to Go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I messaged the one Scary Booster from Twitter. He was like, I got booted. And I'm like, just come over here. And he's like, I don't care. So I was like, okay. But he was one of the people who I had sent a message. I don't know how long the messages last, but I had sent him a message and said, because he had been inactive for so long, and we were completely full, and we had people waiting to get into the group to actively war and participate. So it's like, I sent him a message and said, hey, if you ever become active again in the game, let me know. I will get you back in. But I don't know how long those messages stay. Like, I don't know, like, where they read them at. Like, I don't know.
20 minutes.
So I don't know if he actually saw the message or
Check
what.
Snopes, but on that fact, I don't buy it.
I'm looking right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
No, it's not 20 minutes. I was wrong.
So yeah, JBJ is in the pit crew here in the chat room live. He's one of the people who left Army of Awesome and came with Kart Brothers, and and he was saying he said, as far as being good enough, I could only ever get 2 stars on the bottom opponents, and he wasn't ranked in the bottom. So like that threw off war progress, like because you had to attack people briefly. It's this whole thing. If you don't know Clash of Clans, then you don't know. And I know people rip on mobile gaming for not having community and being active, but Clash of Clans is there, man. There is a serious community, and people expect you to be involved. And if you miss war attacks, like people will kill you. And I was one of those people for a long time. Sorry about that. But
I forgive you. I totally forgive you.
I can't keep up anymore. I created a monster that I could not control eventually.
We all get older. It happens.
Yeah, there was this big like double war experience event over the weekend, and I had planned on redoing our son's bedroom, like ripping up the floors and painting the walls and everything. and I couldn't.
And you didn't do any of that because you were doing Clash.
I couldn't be involved in the Clash of Clans double experience weekend, and they were like, "What?" And
That's
like,
it.
And I already, I was like, you know what? I gotta go.
I'm gonna put this fan in, bitches.
So, the
But-
ceiling fan. I didn't do the ceiling fan. Jason did the ceiling
Oh.
fan. I sat down on the floor and cried because step one, I was stuck. Ceiling fans. If you haven't put one together in the last like maybe 4 years, they're bitches. They're serious bitches to put together.
It's the electrical part where I go, I don't want to touch that.
Yeah, that freaked me out. I was like, okay, make sure the power's off. Make sure like
turned it off at the breaker, right?
Yeah.
Well, and then hopefully your breakers, like everything's written right, because ours wasn't, and our dude who like tried to install like a dishwasher like nearly killed himself, and he was like, that thing's not right. I had to turn off this one. I was like, sorry.
Well, what scared me was it.
Oh, there's that one plug that's on a different breaker in that room, so that the music is still going.
Yeah, it was labeled, but it like part of the room was on the one breaker and part of the room was on another.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of terrified me.
Yeah, it's
but
weird.
We lived.
And then you're like, is it on the ceiling breaker?
Yeah.
No, we tested it, so it was fine.
Good.
Did you use a tick tracer to see if it was live?
Dick tracer?
Shut up. Shut up. That's not real.
Does it have a yellow jacket?
Got one in my tool bag at work.
But we had these like gold
It's a tool bag.
1980s ceiling fans from the previous owners, and they have 3 wires. They have the grounding wire, and then the black wire, and the white wire, and that's it. And then
Wait,
you
isn't the
screw it in,
black
and
wire
it's
the
done.
grounding wire?
Huh? No, there's a green grounding wire. But anyway,
What? Is that a northern thing?
Yes.
maybe, I don't know. So
I'm so confused.
then this thing had like wires and clips and stuff everywhere. I'm like, I don't. Why is it so much different? Like, it's so much
Look
different.
like the Millennium Falcon, like when they're fixing it. There's wires everywhere.
This one goes there. That one
Yeah.
goes
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, so that was, I was like, oh my god, I'm out.
About the game. It worked though.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
The shitty thing about it was you hook up the wires and then there was like 8 steps and layers of like assembling everything. So you have to do all that before you can flip it on to see if it actually works. But
And then if it doesn't, you got to undo it
I
all.
would have
And
started crying. Yeah.
you just be like, well, you got a cool looking thing up there, and it doesn't do anything.
Well, we're
Reach up
done.
and spin it whenever you want some cool air. Every
That's-
5 seconds.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you would like to see the pictures of my weekend of cleaning bedroom hell, you can check my Instagram, Zelibeli.
And I will
it's
say,
horrible.
all said and done, that room looks pretty fucking badass.
Oh, it's not done yet. We've got to do the dresser, the desk, and then I've got the artwork coming Saturday.
Yeah. I put we got the bed, the headboard.
The headboard just got done today.
Are you sure he's worth all that fucking work?
Oh my god, it's so
Come
much
on.
money.
He's going to move out in how many years?
He will see.
Well, then we'll move in there.
Yeah,
you
we
just put Jason in there.
The last time we decorated, like actually redid his room, was when he was like 4. So now he's 13. He's gonna be 13 this fall. So it's like he needed an upgrade.
Don't tell my kids. Their room has been redone. Never.
But they still got like Snoopy on the walls from their nursery.
My son's room is painted stupid SpongeBob colors, and it's horrible, like horrid. But their rooms are so small, like they're never like. Well, my daughter is always in a room, but my son is never in his room. Maybe because his room looks like shit. But
That's kind of what we were thinking with Matt, because he didn't hang on his room much, and now he probably will. But that's
The other day he was like, "I want to take a nap." I'm like, "What?"
Then he went and laid down. He came back home minutes later. I don't know how to take a nap.
He's like, well, you do it all the time. Do I have to hurt my back to do that?
Yeah.
Thing?
It helps.
Sick burns and everything, right?
Not really. Speaking of Twitter, I know you mentioned Twitter. I started a new podcast called Pod Hacks. And
Oh yeah, let's use this podcast to jumpstart your new project you're gonna leave us for. What's that
and
about?
Jesus Christ.
and all of a sudden, like I had all these followers, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And I looked, and it was like all your accounts, like
What was that?
all your Twitter accounts followed it, and I was.
It wasn't all of them.
Well, I see where I rank.
No, there's
Laugh
some that
it
would be
up,
inappropriate.
fuzzball.
But yeah, so I thought that was funny. Like, you can make stuff trend on Twitter just by, saying it on all your Twitters.
I have a lot of Twitter accounts, yeah.
That's how we took down Jared Fogle.
Hashtag
Yeah.
footlong.
Yeah, how many? I don't even know how many. It's probably like 30 followed you.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
It was around that because there's 35 and I had like 5 before you had your Twitter army follow me. So
Totally backing up the train a second because I just remembered
Beep.
a question I was going to ask.
beep.
Yeah.
Jason and Shannon,
No, I see how this is.
the room redo. What did you end up painting on the floor?
Painting it? Oh, we didn't.
The message?
Ah!
We didn't.
No
I know.
message?
I usually, under
Yeah, a lot
like
of
this room when I redid the floor, I pulled up the carpet and before I put down the tile, I wrote "run" on the plywood subfloor or whatever. And then on his room, I actually wanted to do the Stranger Things message that someone suggested. I thought that would be really cool.
Upside down.
But I went out and Jason and I went out to dinner and we
Got
had
drunk.
Long Island's and I came home.
We were overserved.
Yeah,
It
you
wasn't
did.
us.
Yeah, and I painted the ceiling while under the influence of Long Island's, and there's a picture of my foot where I'd stepped in the paint.
I saw that.
and so then I had extra paint, so I painted all the wood floor with the white paint, and so then the next morning I just started. I think it was like the next day we did the sticky tile, and it was just like, oh crap, we didn't paint.
The next day I was like, why is there paint on my foot?
No, I remembered everything.
Why is there paint on Jason's face?
Thank God I
Shaped
just
like my foot.
ceiling, because ceilings are easy.
You should put like a fake treasure map in there that said like, dig right here, like 20 feet down.
But there's a basement, so.
Well, they'd only have to dig 5 feet down then, I guess. See, it's this
Yeah.
intelligence test.
Yeah, that would be funny. Honey, I found lots of gold and silver. Oh wait, those are the Christmas decorations.
You found
Another
Oliver
thing.
North's gold.
Yeah, there you go. Jason gets what I'm going with that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I definitely don't get it. So
It's American Dad.
American Dad.
I love American Dad. Like I love it. I love it. I watch it every night as I fall asleep. But
So
not for
she's
long.
only ever seen half of every episode.
Yeah, she's seen the first
That's not
4 minutes.
true.
So did you watch it after you watched the Star Wars behind the scenes trailer?
Nice.
Star Wars behind the scenes trailer. Who got to watch that?
I didn't.
You didn't even bother watching a trailer?
I didn't know I was supposed to.
It's only. That's
You
alright.
can do whatever you want. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Well, I'll watch it now.
No,
No.
that's fine.
No, I'm watching it. Y'all going.
What do y'all think of it?
Looks
It's really
good.
Hold up, and not done yet. I'm just kidding.
Like I remember they did one of those for Force Awakens around the same time, and it was a lot of I remember the first time seeing a lot of characters before they were in trailers or anything. So this is kind of the same, and seeing some of the practical effects, like on the new small creature, the stuff looks, and some of the other animal looking things look fucking crazy.
Spiders!
You all right, Brent?
Yeah, there's animals. Sorry.
There's animals. It's critters.
Aliens. Was there enough images of Carrie Fisher in there for you?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a couple.
Yeah. Too many for you?
No, it seemed like they were constantly showing her.
Oh.
Well, yeah, I mean, and that ended with her on purpose, so.
Yeah, it's kind of her swan song here.
Yeah,
Pretty
I
much.
mean, yeah, she's not going to be in anymore, so I'm okay with
Well, that's might not be true. They could digitally put her in
They've
there.
said,
they're
as
not
of
going
now
to.
that they're not, because they hinted at doing that for episode 9, because obviously she doesn't die in this one, because they've said the next one was going to be her movie. But then they said that due to
Fucking
being
liars.
respectful, they were not going to use her in any more movies. Which I didn't get. A lot of people got upset, like, don't do that. Like, I don't get how that's.
Like Tarkin's family's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no one gave
Like-
a crap about him.
Yeah,
We
I
didn't get a
that
note.
at all. Maybe I think it was just too soon for people.
Probably.
To
Yeah.
even be talking about it.
I can see that.
It was emotions were high.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be for a while, so.
Yeah. She probably would
People
have
are
said.
a little more connected to Leia than Tarkin, so.
Well, but
True.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was a big Tarkin fan.
I don't know. I didn't have any Tarkin dolls.
Maybe because we saw Leia. I mean, that Peter Cushing acted for a long time, but in Star Wars we saw Leia as a little girl, and Tarkin just always looked like a human cigarette in the movie, so it wasn't that big a deal.
Laugh it
So,
up,
yeah, that guy's probably
fuzzball.
dead.
Yeah.
That guy's half dead now.
Yeah. He wasn't dead that original.
They could make one fine ashtray together.
They could. Too soon.
Too soon.
Jesus.
Stuck up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder.
Well,
who's chewing?
sorry, that's me.
That's Chewy.
So, is anybody still playing Pokemon Go, or is it just me?
No, you're the only
man.
one.
Well,
I did like play it like twice this summer. That's it.
well, this weekend is their first worldwide event going on. So, if you're going to ever play again, this may be a weekend to get out there and catch them all, or at least a few of them. Because
Yeah.
in Chicago, they basically sold tickets to Grant Park there, and people go there to catch Pokemon between certain hours, and if they catch certain hours, they unlock certain things. But the rest of the world, the more they catch, the longer those things that they unlock at Grant Park open, the longer those last. So it's kind of like this thing that it's kind of a back and forth.
But
We're
all
helping
hinges
them.
on Grant Park.
Well, what they do also hinges on what we do, which then opens up a secret thing that hinges on what they do. So it's this weird back and forth thing. What is actually going on is kind of described horribly. Like, if you can't tell by the way I'm describing it, I'm doing a bad job, but it's not just because I'm doing a bad job. It's because they did a horrible job
They
as
did
well.
a bad job explaining it. Yeah.
But I'm planning to go out there and drag my family along and do some stuffs. So
I would, but we already have plans Saturday.
putting another fan up.
We have Michigan Beer Fest, which is a big deal for Michigan brewers. And they
Yeah.
put all these tents up all over this park in Ypsilanti, Michigan, and
You get
it's
drunk.
all
What
well,
she
you
said.
get all these little tokens, and you get to sample.
Yeah.
And that's different from every other Saturday. How?
Because there's tents.
Oh, tents. Got it.
Yeah. Because you have tickets, Brent.
Yeah, and it's
I
in a
get
park,
it.
and there's this beautiful river, and yeah,
I get it.
totally different.
We're not sitting in a bar.
Yeah, we're outside walking
Very
around.
di-
in
it's
nature.
very
Standing.
different.
Yeah,
Very different.
yeah,
Maybe we'll see lots of Go players there at the beer fest.
maybe.
Just hammered Pokemon.
And Go Kart Brothers pit crew.
Yep. Vroom vroom.
You'll probably get stopped a few times.
Yeah.
You should take a go-kart with you.
You think so?
Yeah,
Oh,
just
what?
carry it.
How they gonna go?
You
Carry
drive
a
it there.
go-kart?
You drive it.
I think
don't
you should
carry
carry
it.
it. Don't drive it. That's what everybody who has a go-kart does. You be different and just carry it.
And carry my go kart.
Yeah.
Are you drunk?
A little bit.
No.
Why
would you point to things like that?
Yeah, don't point that out. No one points it out when you're drunk.
I know. Don't point out last week, so I'm sorry.
Don't point to last week is a bad
It's
week.
payback, motherfucker.
Yeah, nobody listened to last week. We're gonna do that motherfucker.
I deserve it.
I would like to ask if any of you know, because I got Gigantic on Steam because it's free, so I mean it's not like I've invested a lot, but Xbox can only play with
Windows 10.
Windows 10,
Yes,
and
sir.
then there's the Arc players. Who
That's Steam.
do the Steam players play with? You assumed that, but did you look it up?
Yes, I did. I looked into it.
Okay.
Arc and Steam are the same thing. Yeah. Same servers.
Okay. So I'm playing with Arc people with Steam.
Yes.
So I'm not playing with you.
I downloaded it on Steam. I had only played a couple matches on.
So do you have to have
Windows
two
10.
different accounts then?
Yeah, you'd have to have an Arc account and or a Xbox Windows
Or
account.
a Steam account? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
The Steam just launches Arc. Yeah.
Yeah. I know, but that's how I'm accessing it. Is what I'm saying.
He's going to do what you did in Twitter with other accounts for gaming companies.
Yeah, you could make a whole clan.
Yeah.
It's a bummer that they have to, keep those.
Split them up. Yeah.
Yeah, just because I don't know how well that game's going to do, and that can't help it when the player base is fractured like that.
It seems like it'd do better if they were all together.
Yeah, and I would like, now that I saw it's on Steam, I'm like, okay, well maybe if I play, I'll play it there. But like, part of me is the Windows 10 and Xbox was cool because it all cross-saved and all that. Like, go out in the living room and play. But
yeah,
they made it a pain in the butt.
I'm pretty sure if Martin Luther King was still alive, he would be marching and talking. This would be his "I Have a Dream" speech today about Windows players playing with Arc players and Steam players and other players. Well, maybe not.
You think so?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's a possibility.
I think you're belittling a very serious issue, but
I'm not belittling anything.
You're right. Steam and Arc. And
You can have
Xbox. You can
multiple
have the PC
causes.
And
I don't.
the console gamers and PC gamers getting along, playing together. I get it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I have a dream. Just because y'all don't, that's not my fault.
This is where you're planting your flag.
I purchased Yonder. Did you guys check that out, or do you know what it is?
I don't know what it is.
That looks neat.
It's so cute. I don't know what it is yet, but I got like 3 minutes into it, and it's 20% off right now on Steam. I don't know if you can get it any other way, but it's like $20. And it's completely non-combat. It's crafting. You make little farms, but through your like favors you do in the world, you clean out the corruption in this land that you go to. And I haven't done any of that yet, but so far all I did was I was in a shipwreck and I've landed on this island, and I found one little helper to come help me clean out the murk, and I have to find more helpers, and I see a village off in the distance, and I have to go. My next thing is I have to go to that village, and I'm sure there'll be like quests and stuff like that.
It seemed like it has a story like that.
It is so cute, and I hear it's some people say it's boring and some people say it's calm, so it depends. It's like
well,
definitely
it's not an action game, so
yeah, it's definitely going to be like one of those games that's just like, oh, I want to do that. So I'm happy with that.
It's got a great look to it.
It looks amazing. It's so cute. Like every time I turn a corner, I'm like, that's so cute. So
And there's a similar game that I was looking at. Maybe you have this and can give me some kind of insight, but Creativerse.
That sounds like a random name generator. Pick that name.
Kart Brothers?
I might have the absolute wrong name. I thought it was It was something on Steam that came up, and it looks like a Minecraft clone basically, but kind of advanced with cooler shit. Hang gliders and graphics and stuff.
Minecraft has hang gliders.
No, not really.
Yeah, they do. And you can have rockets, and you can propel. You can like shoot rockets off to propel yourself all over the place while you fly.
Yeah, but they degrade, and if they end, they go away, and it's like a whole bunch of. And you got to go to the end to get it. You got to kill the dragon first.
But yeah, you got to do something.
Yeah, but that's I would rather just make it and be able to use it.
Well, you could just switch your game mode to creative and use it.
Or I could switch my game to Creativerse.
Are you playing?
See what I did there? No, I haven't. That's why I was asking you if maybe you played that and this new one, and it was similar to Yonder.
I've got so much Minecrafting to do that I can't play an alternative Minecraft at this point.
Well, so is Yonder not like Minecraft?
It's single player, right?
It's single player.
Which surprised me that you're into it.
It just looks so cute. I've heard it compared more to Stardew Valley, but not with that look.
Like a 3D Stardew Valley.
Kinda. It reminds me a lot of like the look of Zelda, like the.
Yeah, a little bit.
But it's not. You're not fighting.
Or it almost looks like Ocean Horn type of look, but not.
I don't know that one.
Isometric. Yeah. It's like a Zelda clone that kind of has a colorful look to it.
All right.
Is it like Firewatch?
No, I mean it's not as cool looking as Firewatch.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just need a gauge.
Yes.
There's a lot of games this week, and this weekend is the San Diego Comic-Con, so we're going to be hearing about tons and tons of upcoming stuff, and not just games, but pop culture-y type of things, movies, TVs.
Oh, speaking of pop culture-y stuff.
Yeah.
Lady Doctor Who.
Oh yeah. Okay. Here's my idea. We name this episode a clickbait name, a title. This is, does a female doctor ruin Doctor Who? And then right now here in the episode, we say, nah.
I don't know. I mean,
Nah.
No, you dumb fucks.
Can't we judge it on how the show actually does?
How would we know?
I was like,
Yeah.
you know
Like,
what,
that's like the perfect clickbaity title. Like,
you know what
oh,
ruins,
what was I gonna
you know what
say?
ruins Doctor Who?
What?
Don't say it.
Doctor Who.
Fucking writing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They're gonna say something.
I told my
No,
son.
I could say Matt Smith too, but
God damn it!
I love Matt Smith. I told my son about yes, I was like, hey, they announced a new doctor, and he's like, oh, cool. And I said, it's a woman, and he's like, okay. I'm like, what do you think of that? He goes like, I don't care.
Yeah.
So younger people, it seems like don't give a shit, but he likes Doctor Who a lot. So
I'm really curious, like, because there's a guy that I used to work with at the last place I worked, who was a massive Doctor Who fan, and when I say massive Doctor Who fan, like he built a K9 unit, he built multiple Daleks.
he had plungers.
Yeah, he's a big fan, and he'd be the guy, like, because as embedded into that as he is, and it being an older gentleman, I'm really curious as to what his opinion is, but I have like no contact information for him to like just even like send him an email and say, hey, what do you think about this?
Yeah.
But
Like, do y'all know people personally or friends on Twitter that y'all seen that are mad about that?
No.
Or is it one of these things that it's like people assume people are mad at it, so they say people are mad at it, and so that's why you see
Twitter
that?
was only all I saw on Twitter was people mad at people who were mad, but I didn't actually see anyone who was mad.
I did.
Maybe that's because of who I follow. But then on Facebook, I did see comments.
Yeah, me too.
My younger cousin was posting about it, and he likes the change. He likes the new doctor, the actress or actor that's doing it. You're supposed to call them actors. not
Whatever.
actresses.
That broad.
And
like men.
he
Not
likes
anymore.
She actor.
So
A Shachter.
But then in his comments, some people were saying it totally ruins Doctor Who for them. I'm like, wow, that's weird. Because
I mean, wait and see. If it sucks, then it ruins it for you.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, it may be shitty.
I think it's.
But
not
if it's
because
shitty, it's not because it's
of her
a
gender.
female playing the part.
Like right now, I'm like totally like, okay, we'll wait and see. Because I'm not crazy about the last Doctor.
Yeah.
And I wasn't crazy to the damn show.
You went back to like season 1 and tried to get into it.
Are you talking about the reboot,
Well-
like Christopher Eccleston, or way back?
No, I'm talking about like the reboot.
Oh, Christopher Eccleston. Yeah, he was weird, and he was only
No.
one.
You guys suck.
I didn't say he was bad.
Like everybody said, oh, get through the first season or get through
Well,
the
he was
first
gone.
X amount of episodes, and I'm like, well, but the first one was like the mannequins running around. Like, I don't know if I can get into any
there's
of it.
weird like Doctor
I
Who's
like
got
that
weirdness.
episode.
Yeah.
So
I did too.
It's like
I really liked Eccleston, but I will say like Tenet, I think is
Tenet's amazing.
amazing.
Yeah. Someone who really liked Matt Smith and kind of worked backwards. David Tennant was really fucking good.
He was really good, and he had really good writing. The episodes were intriguing.
Amelia Pond's the best.
She's the best companion. But it was right around then that the kind of show got a cinematic feel to it.
Yep, totally.
That really got me into it. The music was fucking great.
what season was that?
He started 2, right?
Well, when does it get cinematic?
But when it started getting more cinematic was after it switched over to Smith.
Yeah, when Stephen Moffat, like that.
Is that season 3? Yeah, tell me.
Intro episode of Matt Smith was it. It had so much style to it.
That was so good.
See,
So good.
Y'all keep throwing out names like someone knows what the fuck you're talking about. That's not me. Like I need episode numbers and
I don't know what that
seasons.
is.
Seasons. Something. Halfway through season 2.
Do you want me to Google that for you, Brent?
Yes.
Google
And then send me the link to
episode
Google that
of
for
Matt
me.
Smith and start there.
Well, that's
and then,
the thing. I don't want to take the time to figure that out. But if someone will tell me, hey,
Well,
you
this
should
isn't
start
for you,
season 2 halfway through, that's when it gets cinematic, then
will
I'll go
Google
take a
it
look.
for you, and I'll message you tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Okay. Cause
I'm glad we got this plan going.
Yeah.
Because it's one of these things, like, I'm kind of jealous that there's all these people out there that love this, genre, this thing, and I don't, and I would like to see why. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
but I can't get through the first season, so.
It was like when I first started getting into the new, the reboot of Battlestar Galactica, and like I cannot understand. I can't go back and watch the first Battlestar Galactica, and I could not understand why people had an issue with Starbuck being a woman and all that stuff. The kind of that whole thing too, because I didn't know the other people and whatever, but and I love the new Battlestar Galactica, but I wasn't alone on that. A lot of people like the new Battlestar Galactica. So.
Yeah, it was popular. People stopped caring about the Starbuck thing after like the first season
because she did such a good job.
Yeah, because it was great writing, and it ended horribly, but it was.
But it wasn't her fault, and I think that's the same thing with Doctor Who. Like, just you can't be mad before. You got to wait and see how it is.
Yeah, that's how.
Yeah.
Rage.
People hate women, man.
Well, there's a good reason.
Okay.
Just kidding. My wife wants me to come talk to her. I'm not sure.
Go Kart Brothers episode 39. Brent explains why people hate women.
Like men!
Break it down for us, Brent.
Brent's going out on a high note here.
Look, I have a dream that one day all women will leave us the fuck alone. No, just kidding. See?
Wow!
I can make this whole show go down the drain with one comment.
I think it's too late for that.
Oh.
Damn it! The sexist episode. Yeah.
I can make the jokes because I am married to a woman, so
That doesn't mean you can make the joke.
it absolutely does. She's Polish too, so I can make Polish jokes.
No, you
That's
can't
right.
make those jokes.
Yeah, I can. She told me I could.
Do we need to get the fuck out of here?
We're on very thin ice here.
Okay. Been a big week for games, and looking forward to the weekend upcoming to find out lots more about movies and TV shows with San Diego Comic-Con stuff, and that's about it, right? Wrapping it up.
We'll report back next week after our feet on the ground in San Diego.
Yeah, we got our interns there.
Yep.
That's right.
All day, every day.
They're driving over right now, the pit crew.
I'm really sorry I took up so much time with Clash of Clans.
You should be.
Can't get enough cock.
Nah, I got plenty.
Can't play the rest of it. Or we'll just send people over to the clan. They'll be like, we didn't say come over here. What's wrong with y'all? Okay.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
Oh, well, who wants to live forever?
You just gotta keep living, man. Livin.
Hoo-ah!
Get busy living or get busy dying. That's goddamn right.
Brent left.
Yeah, I think he might be
Oh my
dead.
God, he did.
He might have died.
Hmm.
He went out with
In a blaze of
in
glory.
fury.
He got busy dying.
Yeah. I think someone finally caught up. He ran his mouth too much.
Are we still streaming? Because he's the one who shuts that off.
I gotta step out for a minute though, because my wife just came home.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta go to bed.
Yeah,
Alright.
we're gonna go to bed.
Bye, Brent.
Goodbye, Brent.
Bye, Brent.
Bye.
Good night.
Welcome back. Bye. My wife just